Narcissism, a word we throw around a lot, but do we actually understand what it means? Is your boss a narcissist, your friend, your partner, or are we all a little narcissistic? Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of narcissism, mind-blowing facts about narcissists, and most importantly, how to deal with them. Let's get started. What is narcissism? Narcissism comes from the Greek myth of Narcissus, a man who fell in love with his own reflection. In psychology, narcissism isn't just self-love, it's an inflated sense of self-importance, a constant need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. So, what causes narcissism? Well, it's a mix of genetics and environment. Research suggests that childhood experiences play a massive role. Overpraising or excessive criticism can both contribute to narcissistic traits. Some studies show that narcissists have structural differences in their brains, particularly in the prefrontal cortex, an area linked to empathy and self-regulation. This means their brains literally function differently. Narcissism is also associated with early trauma, neglect, or inconsistent parenting. Children who receive love only when they achieve something may grow up feeling that their worth is conditional. On the other hand, overly indulgent parenting can lead to an inflated self-view. This creates a deep-rooted need for validation. There are also cultural factors. Societies that emphasize individual success over community well-being may foster more narcissistic tendencies. Social media has amplified this, making validation-seeking behavior more common than ever. At a deeper level, some psychologists divide narcissism into two main types: grandiose narcissism, characterized by arrogance and dominance, and vulnerable narcissism, where the person appears insecure but still craves admiration. Both types, however, share the core traits of entitlement and lack of empathy. Narcissism is also linked to other personality traits. It overlaps with Machiavellianism and psychopathy, forming what psychologists call the dark triad, a set of traits associated with manipulation, lack of remorse, and self-interest. However, narcissism also has connections with extroversion, as some narcissists are highly social and charismatic, using their charm to manipulate others. Different psychologists have explored narcissism from various perspectives. Sigmund Freud linked narcissism to early childhood development, suggesting that it results from unmet needs in infancy. He introduced the concept of primary narcissism, which he described as a normal phase in child development, where infants view themselves as the center of their universe and their needs are fulfilled primarily by their caregivers. This self-centeredness is essential for healthy psychological development, but should transition into a more balanced self-love as the individual matures. Carl Jung believed narcissism was an imbalance between the ego and the true self, leading to an inflated sense of self-worth. He believed that while narcissism could be pathological, it also has a place in normal psychological development. Jung viewed narcissism as part of the natural process of developing a self-concept, where individuals must navigate between introversion, turning inward, and extroversion, engaging with the outside world. He argued that a healthy degree of narcissism is necessary for personal growth. Karen Horney argued that narcissism is a defense mechanism against deep-seated feelings of insecurity. She suggested that individuals develop narcissistic traits as a way to cope with feelings of inadequacy and vulnerability. This defense mechanism serves to protect the self from emotional pain and insecurity, reflecting her broader theories on neuroses and personality development. Here are some facts that will blow your mind about narcissists. 1. Studies show that many narcissists have lower self-esteem than you'd expect. They mask insecurity with arrogance. 2. Narcissists tend to be more successful in leadership roles, but their lack of empathy often leads to workplace toxicity. 3. Research suggests that social media amplifies narcissistic traits, creating a generation more obsessed with validation. 4. Narcissists tend to have difficulty forming long-term relationships because they see people as tools rather than equals. 5. Some narcissists are fully aware of their behavior but don't care because manipulation works in their favor. Narcissists aren't always obvious. Here's how to spot one. They dominate conversations, making everything about themselves. They lack genuine empathy, showing little concern for your emotions. They gaslight, manipulating you into doubting your own reality. They crave admiration and exaggerate their achievements. They have a fragile ego, reacting aggressively to criticism. Want to test if someone is a narcissist? Try these tricks. Give them subtle criticism and watch their reaction. Do they lash out or dismiss it? Observe their behavior when someone else is in the spotlight. Do they feel threatened or envious? Set a boundary and see how they respond. Narcissists hate losing control. Ask them about their flaws. If they claim they have none, that's a red flag. So what if you have to deal with a narcissist, whether it's a friend, partner, or coworker? Here's how. 1. Set firm boundaries. They will test limits, so stand your ground. 2. Avoid emotional reactions. Narcissists feed off drama. Don't give them the satisfaction. 3. Use the gray rock method. Be as uninteresting as a rock. They'll lose interest in manipulating you. 4. Don't expect change. Narcissists rarely change unless they seek help themselves. 5. Know when to walk away. If the relationship is toxic, prioritize your well-being. Narcissists are everywhere, but knowledge is power. Now you know how to spot them, test them, and most importantly, protect yourself from their manipulation. Have you ever dealt with a narcissist? Share your experience in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more such videos.